The basilica is a huge bronze cannon, a Turkish bombardment that managed to conquer the impregnable walls of Constantinople. The young Sultan Mehmed II, having just ascended the throne, made the conquest of Constantinople his main goal. But it was very difficult. The troops of many states surrounded Constantinople for 1,000 years, but could not take the city. One of the main reasons is the very thick and strong walls of the city fortress. The wall called Theodosia was especially strong. In 1452 Sultan Mehmed II was introduced to a modest foundry engineer named Urban, who was rejected in his homeland. The Emperor of Byzantium, Constantine, also knew the Hungarian master, to whom he also offered his services in the construction of this huge bombardment in order to further strengthen Theodosia. But Constantine was in such distress that he could not pay the engineer, and then he went straight to Mehmed II. From that moment on, the fate of Constantinople was a foregone conclusion. First, Urban made a smaller cannon, which also turned out to be not bad. It easily smashed the ship of the Venetians, which was trying to illegally cross the Bosphorus. But for the walls of Constantinople 5 meters thick, this was not enough. And then Urban cast the largest cannon for that time. It took a huge amount of bronze and effort. Thus, a monster among cannons was born. The basilica, weighing about 30 tons, with a wall thickness of 20 centimeters, and a length of more than 8 meters. Such a gun fired at a distance of more than a kilometer, and its shells weighed more than 500 kilograms. To deliver the cannon to Constantinople, preparations were needed. To do this, 200 people were sent to clear roads and prepare bridges. The cannon was transported on a special wagon drawn by 60 oxen, with 700 servants to maintain it. On April 12, 1453, a trial shot was fired from the basilica. A huge projectile hit the walls, but did not destroy them to the ground. The Byzantines learned to close up holes very quickly with the help of earth and wood, so the siege dragged on. The gun fired about 7 shots a day. The largest projectile was cast by order of Sultan Mehmed II. It weighed 680 kilograms and was called shock. But in the process of shelling, cracks appeared on the cannon, and then Urban ordered to pull it together with iron hoops. May 29, 1453 Constantinople was taken. The basilica revolutionized the siege tactics of those times. Now not a single fortress was considered reliable, since it was built without taking into account shelling with such a powerful artillery gun. Urban himself did not survive the siege and there are legends about his death. Some believe that the cannon exploded during the last salvo and killed its creator. According to the second version, Urban was killed by the Byzantines, who were trying to break through the army besieging the city. There is also a third. Allegedly an engineer during the siege tried to go over to the side of Byzantium and for this the Sultan executed him. So Constantinople became Turkish, received the name Istanbul and until 1923 was the capital of the Turkish state. And Sultan Mehmed II was nicknamed Fatih the Conqueror. By the way, in 2018, Turkish cinema released the series of the same name in the style of the Magnificent Century. You can view